Mr. Rübig, it's all about electromobility and making sure that the proper infrastructure is being put into place. We have the cars, we have the energy, but what can the European Union do to ensure that that infrastructure is put into place and to make this electromobility revolution happen?
Yes, as chairman from the Science Committee, the so-called STOA, Scientific Technology Options Assessment, we are working on this issue now since some time. We have now decided that we should have three priorities. One priority is for Europe and for the global development, eco-efficient transport. So eco-efficient mobility will be the key word. So what alternatives do we have in eco-efficient transport? It's the question on long-distance transport for goods, for heavy goods, or short-term transport of people within a city, urban transport. So we need a lot of options and solutions, and our committee, together with the scientists, is developing different structures. And we should know that sustainable resources, which is our second agenda, sustainable resources play a very important role. If you now see how the diesel pricing is rising, how the energy price at all is developing, it must be also in future affordable to have mobility. So which resources do we have? And of course, the power grid will play an important role. How can we get the trans-European network in this area? What do we have to harmonize? Where do we have mutual recognition? A lot of questions are there on the table, and we work on solutions. And the third area, at least, is e-government security and social networks. The communication between the people and the goods which are in transport is very important. So there is a lot of ICT infrastructure behind, software behind, equipment behind, where we develop different options. And the question is, in which options do we need harmonization, or which options could get in competition with each other? And that's really crucial questions, and we are very happy that Orgalime is helping us and advising us in this area how to do better, and I think together we can create a win-win situation.
Many options are on the table. There's a lot of regulation issues being discussed. You are on top of that. You see what is happening. From that perspective, what concretely would be your advice to companies operating in that infrastructure situation?
You know, at least it's also public relation. We have, in Europe, we have a lot of TV stations where the education should play a more important role. And I think education through either TV, radio, or social networks, as I said, is very helpful. So using Twitter, using Facebook, Google+, all these new technologies, and the young community and the old community, and everybody who is interested in this area gets areas to act. And so public relation, communication will play the major role to help these new technologies to be a success.
So it's about creating awareness to gain support for this development.
Exactly. If you get it into a public debate, of course it will be also a political debate, and it will be a debate on a global level. These developments should help on a global scheme to keep the freedom of mobility.